Call of Duty Mobile is one of the most requested games for me to look at behind Warframe. 100,000 subscriber special, we're getting close, guys. Subscribe. But in North America, the game's taken its sweet time to officially release. That all changed this week though, and now nothing will get in the way of finding out if Call of Duty is worth my time. Except a word from our sponsor, Ridge Wallets. The Ridge is a minimal front pocket wallet that's designed to streamline what you carry every day. It has over 30,000 5-star reviews and is a better way to carry your cash and cards. There's a lifetime warranty if you love it, and free returns if you don't, and it comes in over a dozen different styles and colors. Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping by going to ridge.com/CSN. That's ridge.com/CSN and use the code CSN. So thank you so much to Ridge Wallets, and now let's get into the video. Call of Duty's coming at us with a bit of a 1-2 punch right now. With Modern Warfare reinventing Call of Duty in a slightly more realistic direction, while Call of Duty Mobile sticks firmly to that classic Call of Duty style and finally brings it to mobile devices. I'm honestly surprised it took this long for a full-featured Call of Duty experience to end up on my phone. There has been some spin-off games and strategy titles that carry the Call of Duty name over the years, but never a game that tried to put the true Call of Duty experience in your pocket. Nintendo DS ports were always fun to look at in a demake kind of way, and the PlayStation Vita exclusive Declassified tried but didn't quite hit the mark. And companies like Gameloft were making their own Call of Duty ripoffs for years, featuring over-the-top single-player campaigns and full-featured multiplayer experiences. So it always surprised me that Activision didn't just come in and make their own. Maybe they were waiting for just the right time, or maybe they were waiting for sales on the console versions to dip a bit, but regardless, 2019 is the year of mobile Call of Duty. Starting up the game, you were greeted by some logos, and I wanted to say in my PUBG mobile video, yes, I did say Tencent was a no-name company that no one's ever heard of. So I would like to publicly apologize to the multi-billion-dollar corporation Tencent. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. Like most mobile games, I had to download additional files before I could play. Come on! A lot of people have been having trouble connecting, it seems, probably because of the game's launch, but eventually I made it through and into the game. Watch out, Call of Duty world. AnthonyCSN with a picture of him and his daddy in Ireland are coming for you. The game loads you right into a basic tutorial with Ghost. Remember Ghost? I remember Ghost. You then pick up your first gun and shoot some targets. It looks like the game auto-shoots by default, but they do let you try advanced mode as well with a more traditional control scheme. I'll go with simple for now, but I feel like I'll be changing later. They let you try out a sniper rifle next, and the simple mode seems to have a huge delay with snipers, so that might be a pretty big downside. The tutorial then finishes up with a pretty pathetic Predator missile that lacks a lot of impact, but it's just the tutorial, so let's see what the full game gives us. Look, you did it. You did the tutorial. You won! Here's some f***ing points! It turns out those points are actually for the tutorial. How naive I was thinking they would just let me play the game. They show you here how to spend points on upgrading new guns, and you have to pick the M4, of course. But I equipped my new gun, and now it's off to the multiplayer. You know, I was gonna say, wow, I found a game so fast, but I have a feeling this is still part of the tutorial. Stupid AI dudes are barely running around, and they put me on Nuketown, one of the most recognizable Call of Duty maps. I'm sure this is all part of the game's opening, one, making you feel good about destroying AI dudes, and two, as a way to convince you that you're playing Call of Duty. It looks like Call of Duty, it sounds like Call of Duty, so it must be Call of Duty. I guess that's easier than designing their own original maps and just telling people, trust us, it's Call of Duty. It's like remakes or reboots. That brand recognition is very important. Good to see the final kill cam is here though, and oh yeah, look at me! I'm #1 MVP, baby! I can't wait to give this game all my money! Wait, what? Their tactics are working. Get out of my head, Activision! At this point, my eyes are starting to glaze over with this tutorial. Just let me play the game. Yep, Battle Pass, got it, don't care. Gun experience, okay, got it, I understand. Actually, Call of Duty's unlock system has always been done in a way that would work perfectly in a mobile game. The more you play, the more XP you acquire, which unlocks new pieces of equipment, and the same is here. Guns here have their own XP, which unlocks attachments, and the free-to-play twist is you can purchase these XP cards. These are just attachments for guns, and they can also be unlocked through gameplay, so the system is more pay for convenience than pay to win. And with Without putting any money into the game, I've already unlocked all of the M4's attachments in just a few hours, so it's not unreasonable. Congratulations! I finally completed the annoying tutorial that I could have figured out in like 2 seconds by fiddling with the menus. The main menu is covered in the usual mobile game nonsense, but hey, at least you can spin your character around, that's cool. Now that I've got full control of the game, let's crank up the visuals and see if the Note 9 can handle it. The game still runs fine, which is good to see. The Note 9 is pretty powerful, but it's no gaming phone, so good to see the game can run on a wide range of hardware. At launch, the game features 9 remakes or demakes of classic Call of Duty maps. Crash and Crossfire from Call of Duty 4, Kill House from Modern Warfare 2, Nuketown and Firing Range from Black Ops, and Hijacked, Raid, and Standoff from Black Ops 2. Textures are clearly simplified, even on the highest settings, but the design of the maps mostly stay the same, including environmental details. Animations and effects also seem simplified, like the Predator missile earlier that gets the job done, but lacks the effects that make you feel like you're piloting a missile hurtling towards the ground at increasing speed, just going in and going. Now, it's not like phones aren't capable of some high-end visuals, but they also require high-end specs to push them. I think the Call of Duty mobile team tried to find a balance here. What minimal specs are required to recreate the Call of Duty experience, but still allow the game to run on a wide range of hardware? People of a younger demographic tend to play games on mobile devices, and people of that age can't spend $1,000 on a smartphone every year. So it's smart to make your games accessible to a broader market. The game doesn't look bad though, and the Battle Royale mode that we will talk about later genuinely impressed me with its scale, and I thought this opening was pre-rendered the first time I saw it. Visually, I'd compare this game to those Wii ports they used to make that were close to the Xbox 360 and PS3, but just not quite up to snuff.
Keep it together! Stay focused! Drag out! Kill him! Contact right! Take him out!
Anyways, back to the multiplayer. I'm still not convinced that I'm playing against real people when I can mow down like 10 of them in a row. Like I said, I know it's part of their strategy to ease me into the game, but just be honest and upfront with me. Like many mobile games, Call of Duty Mobile lets you watch ads to earn loot boxes, which is fine. But here, I found it pretty ridiculous that they call them intel debriefings. Look, I'm not in the military, so maybe this is how it works, but I doubt your average debrief is sponsored.
Otherwise, come over to the monitors for a debrief.
Hey, have you guys heard about Raid Shadow Legends? Well, at least they call it an advertisement crate, and hey look, I got new points. I guess I can use that to upgrade my weapons. Gun customization is the usual Call of Duty fare with silencers, grips, and extended mags, and it's surprisingly detailed, showing the changes to the gun as you play with it. Perks are available, but take some time to unlock, not only as an option, but also their slots. They do have clearly laid out lists though that show the progression of unlocks so you're not lost. You can also pick special abilities that unlock over time, like in Black Ops 3. In fact, most of them seem to be taken from that game, and do add some variety to a match. So it looks like Battle Royale doesn't unlock until level 7, so I better get into the game. I did end up switching to Advanced Control Mode after a bit though. While Simple works if you're just casually playing, Advanced made me feel so much more in control. By default, hitting the fire button will aim down sights unless you were using a shotgun. And with the limited options of touchscreens, this felt like a great compromise between control and accuracy.
Enemy down! Objective almost complete. Next on standby. Sniper down!
Snipers have an interesting tweak as well, where holding the button will aim down the scope, but letting go will then fire the gun. This makes pop shots with the sniper rifle feel like they should in a Call of Duty game. while I'm sure other games have done similar things in the past, I was just impressed how well thought out the controls were for a mobile game. Unfortunately, controllers aren't supported at this time, which I find kind of strange. While console games are moving towards crossplay with multiple different control schemes competing, mobile seems locked to one option no matter what. To be fair though, the game settings are very robust, letting you tweak the game to your liking. With the customization of the HUD, I was able to use some controller grips and triggers that made the game feel even more like the console shooters it's emulating. Games of Team Deathmatch and other basic game modes seem to go by really quick, even by Call of Duty standards. Which I guess is good if you're on the go and don't want to commit to a 30-minute long match. Oh god, my fingers are bleeding, I just want to stop! Alright, I've done it. Well, actually I overdid it a bit, getting to level 14 before even trying the Battle Royale mode. I was having a good time with the core game, but now it's time to find out if Call of Duty Mobile can recreate a relatively recent addition to the Call of Duty formula, Blackout. Hopping into the Battle Royale mode, it gives you some notes on how to play. Look guys, I think I know how this works. I've seen a Fortnite. What's this though? Call of Duty in third person? Now this game is from Tencent, who made the PUBG mobile port, so they probably had that engine already working and just put in some Call of Duty stuff. But I still find it weird that they would leave the option for third person in there when Blackout is strictly a first person experience. They also let you pick from different classes that have unique abilities different from the main game. Like I said before, the introduction scene with all the planes flying in is impressive. I mean, any battle royale on a phone is somewhat impressive. The fact that they got this huge map to stream seamlessly with no loading screens is pretty cool. The map here seems to mimic a lot of Blackout's style with windmills and a dam, but instead features sections based on the remade maps that are found in the core experience. They also included zombies at certain locations defending loot crates, and these red lights with dog faces on them, God knows what that is. Oh god, I'm fighting Cerberus! This is Call of Duty, zombies and Cerberuses, that's what I think when I think Call of Duty. The Battle Royale mode is all over the place, showing that identity crisis I've talked about with Call of Duty in the last few years, but it's a mobile spin-off game, so I'll cut it some slack. Otherwise, it's a normal Battle Royale mode and a fine enough addition since it doesn't seem to have affected the main game's quality. So that kind of covers the game. It's a classic Call of Duty experience on your phone. Simple as that. There are some mobile game things you have to get past, like turning off notifications and having 5 different things pop up every time you start the damn game. Seriously guys, this is not effective marketing. Here, I'll help you out. Pick one main thing or event you want to sell me and then display it. Just one. It will be less annoying for me and more effective for you. If you train a player that you're going to load in 5 or 6 different ads in the main menu, then we're just going to get better at hitting the X's as fast as possible. Loot boxes and the game's store are obviously pushed hard, but as long as they aren't breaking the game, I'm fine with that. But under those things is a fun, classic Call of Duty experience that I actually enjoy having in my pocket. I would like to see the game brought to PC like PUBG Mobile. It could be a good free-to-play alternative for people with lower-end hardware. IronSight already has that market kind of covered, but I can see the difference between it and an official Call of Duty title. I find it funny how Nintendo and other companies are releasing half-assed neutered experiences on mobile devices, but Activision of all people delivers a solid, full-featured experience that actually impressed me. I'd keep an eye out for microtransactions getting out of hand in the future, but right now I'd say Call of Duty Mobile is definitely worth my time. Oh, sorry. Really, Activision? God, they always find a way to mess things up.